What's up, YouTube? Hello guys, and I am back with another video. It's your girl Maria. In case you don't know, let's like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me your favorite color, guys. How are you doing today? Okay. Listen, it is January 2022, okay? And you saw that title, guys. We are here with breastfeeding tips, how to breastfeed, whatever you need for the mothers that got pumps and for the mothers that don't. I got you, okay? So don't forget to check your descriptions down below because I will be putting chapters so that you can easily click around this for the section that I'm going to be talking about for in case you don't have a pump. And also I'm going to be talking about if you do have a pump, easy tips, easy ways to, be able to breastfeed and do it for longer because we all want to do it. It's not hard if you know the correct ways to go about it and don't get frustrated. So don't forget to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and stay tuned. Also, guys, don't forget to check out this onesie at amarirenee.com because they are getting sold out, and once these are out, we're going to be starting with something new. So get them while they're here. So part number one, mommies without a pump. If you don't have a breast pump, it is okay. Don't worry. For years, people have not had an electric pump or a manual pump for that matter and have been able to successfully breastfeed their babies, even if it was difficult in the beginning. At the end of the day, you can always hand express, which is using your hand, or a lot of times if you do breastfeed baby, on one, the other one will be leaking at the same time. So what I do, get a cup, okay? Because as long as you have it, dripping in another one, you can, still be rubbing it out, massaging it, doing all that you need to do, which makes it come out a lot easier, and it helps with the cramping. Because if you just rely on baby to just suckle everything, you're gonna be hurting, especially if after having a baby, them contractions gonna be coming back to back because you're just relying on baby to do that. And honestly, you can make it easier by massaging out, your boob, whatever the one that baby's on or the one that's dripping, and it'll be so much easier. I noticed also if you breastfeed baby on one and you're actually hand expressing on the other and dripping into a cup, it is actually so much easier for baby to actually get milk out of that one, and more milk will be coming out of this one as the baby's breastfeeding. A lot of times you may notice your baby may be falling asleep while you're breastfeeding, and that is because it's a lot of work. It is hard work to be able to sit there trying to suck some milk. Okay, it's not like a bottle where it's just there, like, a good 5 ounces, and you can kind of chug that down, so it takes them some time, and they get tired, they get sleepy, so they fall asleep during it. So it is very good to kind of do both, because if you want to make sure that your baby's gaining weight and they're getting enough to eat, you want to make sure that you're making it easier for them to get it, and also got a side supply, because if breastfeeding you're breastfeeding for like 40 minutes to an hour and baby ain't really got that much, it's probably better for you to use your breast milk out of a bottle to give to them, to kind of supplement and make sure that they're getting their fill so that they're not too hungry, okay? So, for mommies that do have a pump, if you have an electric pump, okay, we're going to talk about the electric pumps first. I love the electric pumps personally because you can put 2 cups on both, you know what I mean, and just turn on the pump. And a lot of them have dials depending on which pump you get. I know the Medela pump has like a dial on it. I know Even Flow has an electric pump, but I don't know if they have a dial on that one. When you use the dial, it is always good to don't put it on the highest setting. You will hurt yourself, and it is unnecessary. You can put it on the lowest setting and work your way up as you see like the milk coming out. And like I said, if you have like the very enlarged breast after you have baby, it is okay. It is important to be massaging because you can get those tubes like clogged and stuff if you're not massaging it out. If you're just trying to rely on baby to just get all the milk out, that's not how it works, because typically your body's going to be producing more milk than is needed at that moment. So especially while you're pumping, you want to make sure that you are allowing all of those tubes to be basically flushed out by massaging it through, making sure all the milk is coming through the whole thing and not just only at the end and stuff like that. Okay, we want to make this easy, not hard. If you are a mommy that has a manual hand pump, okay, listen, our manual hand pumps are good, all right? They get us by, they get the job done, they get us from point A to B, and then to Z. You know what I mean? They're a lot longer to use. It takes longer to pump with that one than it is for the electric and the hand expressing, just because with the manual pump there's some manual pumps that does connect to both boobs and stuff, but you want to make sure that you are not doing it wrong, as in, don't, some of the pumps, depending on how it is, if it's one of those like squeeze pumps like this that has a little spout, you want to make sure that you're doing it at a good pace, just to make sure, because a lot of times if you're not doing that full pump, you're not getting the full effect, and you're kind of like wasting your time going like this and hurting your hand, and the milk going into the cup. So you want to definitely make sure that you are being mindful of how you're using your equipment, because you can make it a long process or you can make it an easy process, okay? So, and like I said previously, please make sure you are massaging out your boob, okay? That goes for mommies that are hand expressing, that are using an electric pump. If you're using a manual pump, it is always good to make sure you are massaging out your boob and making sure you are clearing out all of those tubes, because if you're not doing that, I promise you're gonna feel that pain and it will add up. So take care of your bodies. Make sure that you are massaging your boobs as you're doing this the entire time that you breastfeed, because like I said, you're gonna have times where you're gonna wake up and they're gonna be hurting, they're gonna be hard. I know hot water helps, ease the pain, but all that does is just make more milk come out because it's backed up. You want to make sure that you are using all of your equipment to their maximum capacity, as in making sure that while that hand pump is going, while you're hand expressing, while that electric pump is going, or while your manual pump is going, you are still massaging your boobs to make sure that you are getting all the milk out, okay? Because you don't want it to only express milk from the front of the tubes and then the backs are getting backed up, and it's too much, okay? I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you that shit hurt, okay? So just take my word for it, guys. If you don't, it's okay, you can see for yourself, but this is a tip to help you get over that, and to help it happen easier and with less stress, because a lot of females get frustrated and it is painful, okay? Yes, it does hurt. It does, but we do what we do for our babies. And if that's the way to get the food, that's how we're going to get it, okay? No matter what, just understand that your body was made to breastfeed, okay? You were made to create. So don't ever get psyched out and feel like, oh, this is not working for me, it's not going to work. Because of the fact that when you're breastfeeding gets hard, all right? When you're originally breastfeeding, usually in the hospital, if you go to the hospital, they'll have a latch assistant show you, but I'm gonna show you real quick using my little sketch thing so that I can show you exactly. If baby is not latching on, typically it's because a lot of times you'll have the nipple right there, right? Okay. If people put baby on this part, on the nipple, that is going to hurt you. Don't do that, okay? You want to make sure you have baby latching on around the outside area of that nipple, because of the fact when they are suckling and from that area, from the nipple, that the milk is coming from that whole, mainly the nipple, but also that whole area. So if they have a good latch, that latch is what's going to make sure that A, you're not hurting, and B, baby is actually getting some milk. Because y'all could be sitting there for 40 minutes and baby ain't got nothing just because you're not latched right and you in pain. So please make sure you are being mindful. Make sure that, like I said, well, it's not really a circle like that, but like that. Okay. Make sure you have baby latched onto this area, okay? The areola, not the nipple, okay? Because if you have baby latched onto the nipple, it will hurt, okay? It will hurt. So if it's hurting, try to put your boob more into the baby's mouth. Like have more of like your areola that's around your nipple inside of the baby's mouth while you're breastfeeding, okay? What I can say is I breastfed for not as long as I did with each baby, you know, and it's okay. You don't have to do it for years and years. Some people do it for 5 years. Some people do it for a year. Some people do it for 3 years. Some people do it for 3 months. Some people do it for 1 week. So it is up to you how long you want to do it. And for the mommies that want to stick it out and do it as long as possible, these tips will 100% make this so much easier for you. And stay hydrated. Because if you're not staying hydrated, where did milk come from? Okay? Because you gotta produce it, right? So you need to be hydrated. Drink your water. If you get a little cup of water, drink your water while you're breastfeeding, while you're head expressing, while you're pumping, and make sure that you are staying hydrated. And also make sure that you are taking care of your body, because if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of your kids? Okay? That is 100% my mantra. Make sure you are taken care of so that you can make sure that you are taking care of everybody that you need to take care of. Okay? It don't have to be hard. A lot of people try to make it seem like it's more difficult than what it is. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's literally like babies come to an extent naturally able to suckle and able to, you know, pull milk from the titty. It's all about your comfort level. And like I said, it's gonna hurt. It's normal for it to hurt because, like I said, after you have a baby, your uterus is gonna be contracting back to that size that it was before you got pregnant. So in order for it to do that, you gotta have the contractions again. It may feel worse than the contractions when you were in labor, but it gets easier over time, okay? Know that. 2 days from having a baby, breastfeeding is gonna be a bit more painful when it comes to the contractions and after pains than it will be a week after having a baby and you're still breastfeeding. Because a week after you have a baby and you're still breastfeeding, really, your uterus is close to almost back its size, normal size, and also you've gotten your latch down packed by that point, okay? Because baby's eating every 3 hours, every 4 hours, you know, sometimes. Like I said, they will fall asleep if you are breastfeeding with actual baby on breast. They will fall asleep during the process because that's tiring, all right? You can let them sleep, that is fine. But like I said, pumping is really good so that you have that bottle of breast milk ready when they're ready to eat so that they can actually get their fill. So they're not always, every time it's time for them to eat, they gotta put in the work because that's too much. You don't want to have to do that, right? You don't want to always, imagine your diet always being shrimp, but it's shrimp with a shell on. So every single time you want to eat, you gotta de-shell your shrimp. That's too much. Don't nobody want to do all that. So don't put babies through all that. You know, make it a little bit easier. Make sure that while they're still, you know, doing what it do, working on it, doing it, you're still making sure that they are getting that supplement, getting that amount of milk that they need to be able to nourish themselves. Okay. Okay.